Today, I am so excited to share with you Amy Haley Curlin's story. She's going to be talking to you about her adventures in her massage room and what she's been able to create over the last 6 months in her business. She is a regional therapist from Gundawindi, and she went from mobile massage into renting her own clinic space, fitting it out, not having a clue what she was doing, kind of just running a bit of a hobby business, and is now able to see clients every single week consistently. She's fully booked. She's charging what she's worth. She's rebooking her clients. She's had a massive mindset shift. And she's going to share with you her story of how she went searching in Facebook groups for answers in her business to now being fully booked every single week consistently with clients in next week as well, knowing her numbers and really confident in the way that she runs her business. Hello, Amy. How you doing?
Good.
That's good. I'm so excited to be able to speak with you today. Thank you so much for coming on as our guest today. Amy, I would love to hear a little bit about your business, who you are, and who you help at the moment.
So I have a little shop, just a little room to myself, which is great. A beautiful couple here local. I live in a little town in Gundawindi, and a beautiful couple renovated a house. And they actually, all the little rooms are just little small business owners. So we've got a hairdresser, we've got some beauty therapists, a little gift shop, and we've got me, which is an absolute beautiful opportunity. And it's in the heart of our little town, Gundawindi. Servicing at the moment for me, so I'm balance therapy, and pretty much anybody looking to bring some awareness and some balance to their body, sick and tired of being in pain, aches, niggles, and would just like a better life and move through life with ease. So that's pretty much what I do.
Oh, so beautiful. That's such a gorgeous niche and an absolutely beautiful name. So tell us a little bit about where were you in your business journey when you started to reach out for help around your business?
So I've only actually been in Gundawindi for 12 months. So, and I'm very new to the massage industry. For the last 17 years, well, 12 months ago, for the last 17 years, I'd spent in childcare, done a few boot camps. I was a PT, worked in some cafes, done a bit of everything really. But my main job was in childcare. Went through a divorce and a separation, and I'm like, right, that's it. Lifestyle, life overhaul, let's change it. So right at the beginning of our separation, I decided I'm going to go and do a massage course. Did my massage course in 2019, graduated in 2020, and then decided to move. So, and then when I first moved to Gundawindi, it was more mobile, and it was getting little bites here, little bites there. I think in a matter of the 6 months that I was here, or probably not even 6 months, the 4 months that I was here, I think I did like 3 massages. And it was really disheartening for me because I'm like, I put all this time and effort, and massage is my life. It's my purpose. It's what I'm here to do, and I know that. So fast forward probably 3 or 4 months, and an opportunity came up. Mind you, I was still in childcare full time. An opportunity came up where I could rent a room, and this was this space here, because mobile just wasn't working for me. And I didn't have the hours in the day for it, working 8 hours in childcare every day. So I rented a room and made the decision, right, I need to go and find a casual job, and it was working in a cafe. So stupid o'clock hours in the morning to stupid o'clock hours in the afternoon. So it was 6:30 to 2:30, and then I would come and massage here afterwards after work. And sometimes I wouldn't finish here until like 6, 7 o'clock at night, and just didn't know where to go. Like, treated my business like a hobby. It came second, which was pretty sad, and got really frustrated with myself because I didn't know how to make it the center of what I want to do. And after doing after doing the boot camp, really it made me become more aware of where I needed to work, what I needed to work on, And I didn't have that belief that I could run a business. You know, little old me. Well, how do I know to run a business? I'm 17 years in childcare and I serve coffee. So yeah, and then once I got serious, I really noticed, especially the last month, really starting to pick up. It's all for me. It's been the mindset.
So exciting. And look, I think so many therapists, similar to yourself, Amy, that they study, they have a passion for this industry, they really want to help people find themselves in mobile or find themselves in a room that they've rented and there's crickets chirping and I don't know what to do. And often it is at the start that lack of self-belief that I could really do this. It's kind of a hobby. And if it doesn't work, I'll just go back to my day job or, it's like, it doesn't really matter. And I love that transition people have when they go, this is my thing. Like, I don't necessarily know how I'm going to make it my thing, but I absolutely want to make this my number one thing that I'm doing and that I'm focusing my life around. Um, Before you joined us, and obviously there's lots of business coaches out there. So before you sort of made the decision to work with us, what were you doing in terms of looking for help? What kind of action were you taking and where were you kind of searching for answers?
So I had done a few not business courses because they don't really cover business stuff, especially social media. The way in my, I did my diploma, they didn't really cover anything like that. So I didn't know where to start. So I did buy the book, and I think I read probably half of it. I'm like, oh my God, yeah, this makes sense. And then just asking in Facebook groups, and just stalking other therapists. Like if a page came up or somebody came up that I'm like, oh my God, they're successful, and just started following them on Facebook. And, it was just knowing what I needed to do, the things that I needed to do every day, every week, every month to make sure that I was setting myself up and my business for success. I needed that help. I needed that information.
Yeah.
And if I want to know something, I just go and do a course. It's just who I am.
And that way you can kind of fast track your results. I love that.
Yeah.
So good. So what made you choose Massage Champions specifically?
I've been following for a while. So I'd actually been following when I was in in college, because for me, that's when it starts. Definitely when you're studying for a reason. And I didn't want a massage at home. I'd done family daycare for 10 years. I wanted my house back. So I didn't want a home-based massage clinic. And I got really clear about what I wanted. And I knew that it would take something extraordinary. And I'd been following you guys for a while. I signed up to all the emails. I'm like, bugger it, just do it.
It's going to make it happen.
Yeah, just had to make that decision. And it was just, if I wanted to see my business success, I needed to hang out with the cool kids.
Love that. Come play with the cool kids.
Yeah.
So good. All right. So, Amy, when you stepped into the program, stepped into Fully Booked Bootcamp, and obviously there's a lot in it. There's a lot of mindset stuff. There's a lot of social media stuff and marketing and things like that. What were some big aha moments that you had, particularly at the beginning of your journey in that course?
In the beginning, it was, for me, because I'm a very organized person, processes. I didn't have any of that in place. I was like, what the hell? Because I didn't know what I had to have in place. I've done family daycare, but that's completely different to setting up an actual business and a shop front, pretty much. It's completely different to what I'd been done and what I'd studied for. They kind of don't set you up for that. So having that information, what processes I needed in place. The social media I was a little familiar with, but I sort of just floundered every now and then, like it's post here and I'll just post there. And didn't really, if I wanted to have a business, I needed to think like a business person. So had to have all those things in process, had to have all the processes in place, really. Get organized.
And what were some of the, what were some of the mindset shifts that you had from taking it to a hobby business to wrapping your entire, like this is your one thing you're focusing on?
For me, it was a self-belief. The mindset, I was like, it's going to be part-time and it'll be fine if I don't succeed, no biggie, because I've got a full-time job. And when pretty much it's probably been the last 6 weeks that I've really gone, yeah, I'm quitting work. I don't need to work anymore. I'm done. And it was seeing, the bookings come every week. And a big thing for me was having that confidence and going through that booking script. That was essential for me, because if I wanted the bookings, I needed to make the step to make sure that people rebooked. I need to make sure that I did everything possible to get the people on my table. And I did set myself a little goal: once I get to X amount of numbers, start dropping days at work, because financial security was a big thing for me. I'd been an employee for, the last 17, 20 years. Being self-employed is very, very scary for someone that needs a regular income. So that was a big mindset step for me, and just reaching that special number really said, oh, I am good enough and I can do business.
Yeah. So cool. So you were seeing a handful of clients before, and obviously you said it's ramped up quite a bit in the last 6 weeks. What numbers are you sitting at per week at the moment?
Considering that I'm still, I've just actually quit my job, so hopefully the next few weeks fully booked. For me, I was looking at that. I was initially, while I was doing work full time, it was about the 9, 10, but my number, I needed to get to 16. And at the moment, I'm actually seeing, I think last week it was 27 clients a week, and I still work 3 days a week as well. So 27 clients is pretty bloody good, on top of having a job, and fully booked.
Absolutely, fully booked. If fully booked was 16 and you're now seeing 27, that is a very full
And
week.
I've been consistent with the 20, 21, I think was one of the lowest weeks. I had 21, and it's been pretty consistent in the 20s for about 4 weeks.
Yeah. And what are you charging?
I'm ahead, like seeing people, I know, like, oh, I've got 7 massages next week. That means my number, I've only got to get X amount of numbers to reach, because I have a goal. I have to have this number. So yeah, I've got my little in my head where I need to be, a magic number. So it doesn't make it so daunting for me either.
Yeah. And you're right, having those tangible goals of what am I looking for? What am I focusing on? What do I know I need? It means that it can go up and down as much as you like, but you know how much it costs to keep the 4 walls up and how much it costs to do the same at home, and then what it costs to do extra, like have, holidays outside of the 4 walls and, keep
And
it going.
I've actually set it up in a way now. I pay myself, I pay holidays, I actually put super away, and I make all my tax requirements that I need. Like, all of that is included. Once I worked out my numbers, and knowing your numbers is really important. It just keeps you on track, and you can see where it ebbs and flows, takes that stress off. I did 27 massages last week. I've got 23 this week. That's okay, because last week I smashed it.
Yeah.
But need to stay in this baseline.
Yeah.
So yeah.
And it brings so much certainty, because you can see the books go up and down, and and everything's covered at this amount. Everything's covered. Like if your break-even point is, say, 16 clients a week and you're seeing 21, it doesn't matter if you consider that a slow week, because you're already breaking even, including paying yourself, which is phenomenal. It's so exciting. And what do you charge for your hour sessions?
So I'm actually, because I'm in rural, I did a lot of research around my prices, had a look at, because we've got, Gundawin it's a health junkie. For like a small rural town, they're health freaks. And there are a lot of other therapists. So I did a lot of research around my pricing. I didn't want to be too cheap, I didn't want to overprice myself. So I'd, price myself out of the market. So I stick around about that $80, which is pretty much where it's, pretty much in between the lowest to the highest. Well, it's actually on the higher end of what's around here. So
nice.
So 80 for the hour, but then I also, all my specialized massages, they're the ones that I'll bump up.
Yeah. Okay. So what specialized treatments do you offer?
So I do a pregnancy massage, and then I've got Lomi as well. So they're the ones that I'll like, yeah, they're the higher end of the scale. So Lomi Lomi I'll do at 120, and my pregnancy massage is 120 as well.
Yeah, nice. So it's kind of like, would you like fries with that? Obviously not if someone's not
Yeah.
pregnant, but if they, might be looking for something a bit different, you can
Yeah.
book them at the next
You
thing.
know, I can give you like a relaxation massage for $80, or I can give you a Lomi Lomi massage where it's a most beautiful experience. It's a massage with warm oil and the body's honored, and yeah, like
I'm
it's
in. I'm there. Fly me
yeah,
out now.
I know. I can give you like a relaxation massage, like Macca style, or I can give you a la carte relaxation.
Oh yeah, I love that. It's so good, and it's even highlighting to people the differences in that, and being able to express
Definitely.
that. So that's beautiful.
Yeah.
What was like? What else have you implemented since doing the program?
So I've really, because I'm a numbers person, the dashboard. I know my numbers. I go in, I can see where I'm tracking. That way I don't freak out like if I have a quiet week. And that way I know where things are going. So, and I've got processes in place. The mindset was a massive thing for me. It's just switching that, seeing those bookings slowly go. And I only get out of my business what I'm putting in. Like if I'm putting all of me in, then I'm going to get all of that back. So that was, yeah, it was just I know I'm a good therapist. I know I'm good at what I do. But my business needs to be all in as well. So that was a really big shift for me. And the social media stuff, definitely, because you don't learn about any of that. Like it really simplified it, definitely.
Yeah.
And the importance of posting and what to say, because we don't know what to say.
Yeah. We have this amazing sort of toolbox or bucket of things that we can talk about. And we tend to either get so overwhelmed by what we know that we're like, I don't even know which bits to share. Or we just go full anatomy physiology on them so that people's eyes are glazing over, because it's like they did not pick up their phone, midway through their favorite show on Netflix to scroll through and read some white paper on the importance of myofascial trigger points and how they relate to chronic pain. Like we think that's amazing. And that is like, yeah, I have no idea what you just said.
And I just bring it back to what I'm seeing with my clients, pretty much what I'm seeing in my clients week to week. I think, oh yeah, that's really good information to share. Like pretty much what I'm saying to the people on the table is what I'm posting, but they want to see me as a person. They're not paying to see balance therapy. They're, because I'm a solo, they're paying to see me. So they want to see me out and about. I just don't overthink. If I come up with an idea for social media, I'm like, cool, that's what I'll do. And I just don't overthink it. Yeah, and it could be like I'm on holidays, relaxing, my time to get a massage. Or it could be, yes, guys, I need to stretch too. Here's a stretch. Yeah.
Yeah, and that's the stuff people love. And it always used to surprise me at my clinic. We'd have these really amazing articles on how massage can help people going through depression and trauma. And I'd be like, oh my gosh, that's incredible. And we'd post that, and maybe I think my mum might like it just because she was a really supportive human. And then we'd post a photo of me with my kids down the beach.
And everybody loves it.
Engagement. It was like, guys,
because you're a person.
Exactly. And it is about the human side. It's Facebook,
and at the end of the day, those first few moments in a massage is getting to know each other. So if you can do that before you get them on the table, you're sold.
Yeah, absolutely. What was your experience of being in the program? What did you enjoy? Was there anything that you didn't enjoy? Like, what was the actual experience of going through boot camp like for you?
I actually I liked all of it. There wasn't a unit that didn't or a module, whatever it is, there wasn't a part of it that didn't resonate with me, or that I could use as moving forward in my business, especially being so new in the industry. Knew what I wanted to do, knew that this is what I want to do and this is my purpose, this is why I'm here. But to actually, it's so easy to say that, but to actually do the work and put into motion the stuff that I was learning was made it so easy. And I'm a forms person. I love a good spreadsheet. You made it so easy for someone new with I don't have a lot of business experience. So it was easy for me to utilize all of the information that I was getting. You had all the forms there in place that I need. And that's the stuff I use every week, every day.
Yeah, just tracking those numbers and
Yep.
making it make sense. It's really powerful. Yeah, I
Yep.
love that.
And it's good for your mindset.
It is. It is because often we can base our business on how we feel. Bookings go up, we feel good. Bank account goes up, we feel good. Bookings go down, we feel bad. Bank account goes down, we feel bad. Whereas when you've got your numbers to be able to go, okay, week to week, if I look back for the last 4 to 6 weeks, I know that action has actually created the result I'm seeing today.
Yeah.
And then historically, you can look over, the more data you collect, the more you can look at it to be able to see peaks and troughs, because businesses have seasons. We have winter, summer, spring, autumn. Like, businesses are like that. We have seasons where we're creating lots of stuff and we have a harvest. We have seasons where,
Yep.
we're just kind of showing up and doing the do because we want to have stuff going on externally to the business, like in winter time. And to know, oh, you know what, I'm always quiet this time of year, which means maybe take some time off, as opposed to going to look for a job at Aldi. Actually,
Yep.
just enjoy the downtime. Or
And
if,
know your community
yeah,
as well, because I live obviously rural and we're just harvesting and you've had all this rain, right? Perfect time. You're on harvest, dude. It's a wet day. Go get a massage.
yes.
So make the posting relevant.
Yes, to your area. Yeah,
Yeah.
we used to say it's not a holiday unless you have a massage, because we live in a coastal town and lots of people have, and it's about knowing your audience and knowing your community to know who's around. Yeah, I love that. If it's wet and it's harvest time, come have a massage. Gold.
Yeah. Have a day off.
So good. If someone was listening to this right now and they were thinking, oh, I'm not sure, what would you say to a therapist who's thinking about doing the course?
I'm a single parent, single income. There are no excuses. Just get off your ass and do it. If you want to see your business grow, you've got to grow as well. And, like I said, hanging out with cool kids, working with the best. It's got all the information that you need to grow a business. So just do it.
Yeah.
I would never have thought that, I only opened in May. I would never have thought that in 6 months that I could work in here full time. I've quit childcare, and that was my biggest goal from day one, quit childcare.
Yeah.
So.
And already done it, nailing it,
and
quitting the cafe job as well, and just being like,
done it.
Woo, so good. Full time in a massage business within 6 months in a rural town during a global pandemic.
Yeah. Oh, and we're right on the border. Like, Gundawindi is like border of New South Wales. So we get all the crazy as well.
If Amy can do it, literally anyone.
Definitely. Find your tribe.
Thanks, Amy. It's been so great to connect with you today. Thank you so much for sharing your wisdom and for being able to be one of the cool kids yourself, being able to come right through the other side from what the heck am I doing to, and I'm nailing this. This is amazing. And I'm sure giving advice and support and encouragement to other therapists who are now further behind you is something that I know you're probably going to enjoy even more as you continue to grow your business more.
Don't make excuses. Just do it.